TGIM, expect the miracle. Watch for the boat, too. Let me ask you something. When a challenge shows up, do we hope that it works out? Or do we know that it will? Because there is a difference. Hope can feel like waiting, but faith is expectation, confidence, and a quiet knowing that says, all right, let's see how this gets solved. Not if, how. Now, don't get me wrong, we still think, we still act, we still work the problem, or opportunity, should we say, right? But we do it without panic, without fear, without that anxious energy that says everything has to be solved right now, right? So, because most things are not life threatening, they are not emergencies. Because of the noise, they just feel urgent. And urgency has a way of making us forget something important, that solutions are coming, and the better stress-free ones especially. Often there's more than one option to pick from too. The real question is, are we paying attention when they actually do show up? Here's a story I love. A man is sitting on the roof of his house during a flood. The water is rising and things just keep getting worse and more serious. But he says to himself, I know God will save me. A boat comes by. The guy says, hop in. He says, no, thank you. God will save me. And then another boat, the same thing. And then a helicopter even comes and waves, come on in. He waves them off in return. And he says, God will save me. Well, the water wins. And so later on, he gets to the pearly gates and says, God, where were you? And the answer comes back, I sent you two boats and a helicopter. What more were you looking for? Moral of the story, don't miss the solution because it doesn't look exactly how you pictured it. Sometimes the answer comes as a conversation, a nudge, an idea, even a song on the radio, a teammate, a billboard, or a boat. But if we're too locked into our version of how it should happen, we can miss the help that's already here and coming. It is written, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but it's the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1, if you're interested. In other words, act like it's already on the way. Stay aware, stay alert, stay open, and don't rush it. It actually often comes sooner when we don't. The best solutions take just enough time to show up right. So this week, when something hits your plate and it feels a little stressful, frame it like this. All right, what is the solution here? Where's that boat? And then watch for it. Expect it. Because when we expect them, it's a funny thing. They tend to just show up and show up quicker. So what do you say? How about we set that as an expectation and lead with love? Can you do that? If you can, have an awesome week. If you can't, have one anyway. Cheers and ciao.